Some financial scandals unfold quietly. This one began with fireworks, luxury yachts, diamonds, movie stars, and champagne fountains pouring into crystal pools. On the surface, it looked like the glamorous rise of a young financial genius. But behind the glitter was one of the greatest heists the world has ever seen. A story of corruption, deception, and a country robbed in plain sight. The story of the 1MDB scandal doesn't begin in a boardroom. It begins at a party. A party so lavish, so excessive, that even Hollywood elites whispered, "Who is this guy?" His name was Jho Low, a mysterious, baby-faced Malaysian financier who seemed to appear out of nowhere, yet could buy anything, charm anyone, and live as if money had no weight. But that was the truth. The money didn't belong to him, and soon the world would discover where it came from. Years earlier, Malaysia's Prime Minister launched a new sovereign wealth fund, the One Malaysia Development Berhad, known as 1MDB. Its mission sounded noble: attract investment, build national development, grow the economy, a future for Malaysia, funded by Malaysia. But in the shadows, something else was happening. Money was leaking, quietly, invisibly, into private accounts, luxury properties, and secret bank transfers scattered across the globe. The mastermind behind the siphoning wasn't the Prime Minister, not officially. It was Jho Low, a man with no public position and no legal authority within 1MDB, yet who somehow controlled billions of dollars of its funds. Jho Low had a talent for understanding powerful people, what they wanted, what they feared, and how to make himself indispensable. He built a network of politicians, billionaires, bankers, and celebrities. And with them, he constructed a financial labyrinth so complex that it took global investigators years to untangle it. Jho Low didn't just steal money, he created an entire world with it. He bought a $250 million super yacht. He purchased a $35 million private jet. He owned luxury penthouses from New York to London. He spent over $1 million on champagne in one night. He gifted celebrities diamond jewelry, paintings, and even casino chips. And most famously of all, he financed the Hollywood blockbuster The Wolf of Wall Street. Yes, a movie about financial crime, funded with stolen government money. But the party couldn't last forever. A team of investigative journalists began to notice inconsistencies in 1MDB's finances. Transfers that didn't make sense, missing billions that no one could explain. Offshore companies with no real business activity receiving enormous payments. The deeper they dug, the stranger it became. The money trail crossed borders: Singapore, Switzerland, the US, the Middle East. It was everywhere and nowhere at once. Then came the revelation. Up to $4.5 billion had been siphoned out of Malaysia's national fund in what prosecutors later called the largest kleptocracy case in American history. The money disappeared through shell companies, fake joint ventures, fraudulent bonds, and payments disguised as business deals. And yet, at home in Malaysia, the government insisted nothing was wrong. Journalists were threatened, critics were jailed, newspapers were shut down. The Prime Minister, Najib Razak, denied everything, even after investigators found hundreds of millions of dollars sitting in his personal bank account. He claimed it was a donation from a mysterious Saudi prince for no particular reason. The world didn't buy it. Governments launched coordinated investigations. Banks were fined. Accounts were frozen. Suddenly, Jho Low vanished. He slipped out of sight, moving between countries, protected by wealth and powerful friends. To this day, he remains a fugitive, believed to be hiding somewhere in China or the Middle East, untouchable and invisible. As the scandal unfolded, something happened that no one expected. The Malaysian people, outraged by corruption and betrayal, rose up. Despite censorship, fear, and political manipulation, they voted out the ruling party for the first time in the country's history. A peaceful revolution born from a financial crime. And then the dominoes fell. Najib Razak was indicted. His wife was charged. Dozens of officials were investigated. Assets were seized across the world. The stolen money began, slowly, to return to Malaysia. The scandal didn't just expose corruption, it exposed how easily the global financial system can be manipulated when banks, politicians, and regulators fail to do their jobs. It showed how one clever man, backed by influence and ambition, could move billions across borders without raising suspicion until it was too late. To this day, international authorities are still recovering assets linked to 1MDB. Luxurious condos, rare art pieces, jewelry, yachts, all part of the loot stolen from the Malaysian people. The scale of the fraud was so enormous that it reshaped global anti-corruption policies, triggered reforms in banking regulations, and became a warning. No nation, no matter how modern or wealthy, is safe from the greed of a few. The 1MDB scandal is more than a financial crime. It's a story about power, about illusions, about a man who fooled the world by creating a lifestyle so outrageous that it blinded people to the truth. It's the story of a country robbed of its future, and a reminder that corruption thrives not in darkness, but in the spotlight, when wealth dazzles and no one thinks to ask where it came from. Jho Low wanted to live like a movie star. For a while he did, but every movie ends. And when the lights came on, Malaysia discovered that the man who financed the parties, the yachts, the diamonds, had used their future to pay for it.